evening. Welcome to South Asia Newsline. I am Nidhi Taneja. Here are the top stories we are tracking for you on Thursday, the 1st of September. India's Reliance unwraps due mobile telecom network with free calls, cheap data. UN Secretary General meets Sri Lankan Prime Minister, discusses development programs. And sculptors use organic material to make idols of Lord Ganesha ahead of 10-day festival. And now for all the details. 13 Indians and 10 Bangladeshis have tested positive for Zika virus in Singapore. The Southeast Asian nation has become the new hotbed for the deadly virus.
The Indian Foreign Ministry has confirmed that 13 of its nationals have tested positive for Zika virus in Singapore after an outbreak of the mosquito-borne disease that first affected 36 workers on a construction site.
According to them, these patients are showing mild symptoms and have either recovered or are recovering. Their recovery process is being monitored closely. Due to patient confidentiality, the Singapore authorities are unable at this stage to share details of these patients without their consent with us. The cases seem to be localized in a defined area as per the Singapore Ministry of Health. Our mission is in constant and close touch with the Ministry of Health of Singapore and will continue to follow up to ensure that Indian nationals receive full medical support.
On the other hand, the Bangladesh High Commission confirmed that 10 Bangladeshis have been diagnosed with Zika infection in the island nation, all of them working in the construction site. Singapore is among the popular destinations for South Asian nationals for both business and pleasure. Meanwhile, Singapore has confirmed its first case of a pregnant woman testing positive for the Zika virus infection, even as the number of cases of the mosquito-borne virus in the city-state rose to 115. Many countries have issued travel alerts for Singapore, which is currently on level 2 of the epidemic, where visitors are encouraged to practice enhanced precautions.
Moving on, the newly sworn-in Nepal Prime Minister Pushpa Kamal Dahal, scheduled to visit India this month, Kathmandu hopes to begin a new chapter of relations with New Delhi.
Ahead of Prime Minister Pushpa Kamal Dahal's visit to India, Nepal Foreign Minister Prakash Sharan Mahat stated that the country wants to build a relationship of trust with New Delhi. Nepal's relations with India had become frosty since it adopted its first republican constitution in September last year, triggering deadly protests by ethnic Madhes community in the southern Terai region and leading to a border blockade that caused acute fuel shortages. The then Nepal government, led by K.P. Sharma Oli, had accused the Indian government for the border blockade, a charge that New Delhi vehemently denied. The ruling coalition of Communist Party of Nepal-Maoist Centre and Nepali Congress Party is now taking efforts to mend ties with its long-time ally.
We don't want to have anything which bothers both sides. So basically, to have a this visit is basically will focus on building that trust and begin new chapter in our relationship.
Mahat also stated that the two countries are already working in collaboration on many projects and Nepal wants them to be implemented soon. Dahal is scheduled to visit India in mid-September.
Pakistan and Afghanistan on Thursday reopened the border crossing at Chaman after an agreement was reached between the two countries. The crossing was closed on August 18th after a group of Afghan demonstrators allegedly attacked a checkpost belonging to Pakistani forces and set the country's flag on fire. Trade relations between Pakistan and Afghanistan came to a halt after the shutdown of the border gate. The gate has been reopened after 4 rounds of negotiations between the countries. People of Gilgit-Baltistan recently demonstrated against the imposition of various taxes in the region. Locals alleged that such taxes are illegal and burdening their lives. A report.
People of Gilgit-Baltistan observed a shutdown strike in the region against the imposition of various taxes in the region. The shutdown comes after Awami Action Committee, an alliance of around 23 religious, nationalist and political groups in Gilgit-Baltistan, called for an indefinite shutdown. Locals claim that collection of general sales tax, withholding and other taxes from the people of the region is unlawful, as Gilgit-Baltistan is a disputed land and does not have any representation in the Pakistan's parliament. Imposition of such taxes is a huge burden on the people as they are already suffering from blatant unemployment and poverty.
गिलगित-बल्तिस्तान के अवाम का टोटल जो आसरा है वो जो सब्सिडी है उसके ऊपर है। तो अखबारात में आए रोज़ मीडिया में आ रहा है कि इसमें 500 रुपये गंदम की बोरी में इजाफा किया है। लामहला जो 620-650 रुपये का थैला मिल रहा है वो उसका रेट भी बढ़ाया जाएगा। जो गिलगित-बल्तिस्तान में बेरोज़गारी और उसके साथ फिर नौकरियां न मिलना, फिर इन ऐसे हालात में अगर गंदम का आटे की रेट भी बढ़ जाए, गंदम का रेट भी बढ़ जाए तो गिलगित-बल्तिस्तान के आवाम के लिए बहुत मुश्किलात पेश आ सकते हैं।
People of Gilgit-Baltistan have been protesting against imposition of taxes in region for a long time, but neither the Pakistan government nor the local administration has paid heed to their concerns. Despite locals paying numerous taxes, Gilgit-Baltistan continues to reel under poverty and remains one of the least developed regions in Pakistan.
Moving on to news from Sri Lanka. United Nations Secretary General Ban Ki-moon, who was on a 2-day visit to the island nation, called on the Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe and discussed government's development programs. Wickremesinghe stated that Ban Ki-moon's visit will provide courage and strength to implement the programs which are currently being formulated by the government. UN Secretary General is expected to meet President Sirisena and will also visit formerly war-torn northern capital of Jaffna during his stay. His visit also witnessed a protest by dozens of nationalists outside the UN office in Colombo, who stated that the UN failed to protect civilians during Sri Lanka's 37-year ethnic war. There was something for everyone at the annual general meeting of Reliance Industries. Low data tariffs and zero roaming charges were the highlight of the most anticipated meeting.
At the 42nd annual general meeting of Reliance Industries, Mukesh Ambani, India's richest man, highlighted his vision for Reliance Jio, dedicating the venture to Prime Minister Narendra Modi's Digital India initiative. Reliance Industries Limited on Thursday said it will offer free domestic voice calls and rock-bottom data prices on its new Jio mobile phone network until the end of the year, an ambitious rollout plan that whacked shares of established telecom firms.
Era of paying for voice calls is ending. Jio will usher India into this new era. No Jio customer will ever pay for voice calls again across India to any network. And in the spirit of One India, roaming charges will also be zero across India.
Long anticipated in India, Jio could make Reliance the country's most comprehensive provider of telecom and internet services across India, a key plank of Ambani's future strategy.
India is all set to celebrate the festival of Ganesha Chaturthi in an eco-friendly manner. It's a Hindu festival that marks the birth of Lord Ganesha, worshipped as the god of wisdom, prosperity and good fortune.
Preparation for the Ganesh Chaturthi festival are going on in full swing in India's northern Varanasi city. The 10-day festival involves installing idols of Lord Ganesha in homes or public places, performing rituals and then immersing the idols in large water bodies on the last day. Keeping in mind the environmental aspect, the sculptors are using organic materials for making the Ganesha idols that will disintegrate over time.
वो मिट्टी से बनाते हैं, पुआल से बनाते हैं।
अच्छा, रंग कैसे इस्तेमाल करते हैं?
रंग वही खाने पीने वाला रंग, कोई केमिकल यूज नहीं होता है, कोई प्रदूषण का रंग यूज नहीं करते हम लोग।
क्यों नहीं करते हैं?
क्योंकि वो गंगा मूर्ति विसर्जन के लिए ना, वो प्रशासन के लिए वो नहीं हम लोग करते यूज।
In Western Mumbai city, a trust is helping special children to make eco-friendly Ganesha idols. The idol comes with basil and tomato seeds inserted in the bottom. So after the idol dissolves, the seeds germinate within 7 days.
जैसे हमारे प्राइम मिनिस्टर नरेंद्र मोदी ने मन की बात में कहा कि इको फ्रेंडली गणपति बनाओ ताकि वो नेचर तो हानि ना हो। वो प्लास्टर ऑफ पेरिस गणपति बनाया तो वो नेचर के लिए हानिकारक होता है।
Thousands of idols are immersed in water across India every year after religious rituals. Idols made of plaster of Paris take months to dissolve, thus causing severe harm to the environment. However, with more number of people using organically made idols, the damage can be minimized.
Themes ranging from butterflies, bohemian girl to aquanaut and royal robes, students of fashion designing in India's northern Jammu and Kashmir provides an array of vibrant collection. Well, that's the way it was in South Asia this evening. Before we conclude the top stories once again. India's Reliance unwraps Jio mobile telecom network with pre-calls cheap data. UN Secretary General meets Sri Lankan Prime Minister, discusses development programs. And sculptors use organic material to make idols of Lord Ganesha ahead of 10-day festival. Now our viewers can watch the show on SouthAsiaNewsline.com. You can also visit us on Facebook.com/SAsiaNewsline and follow us on Twitter @SAsiaNewsline. That's all in tonight's edition. We'll see you same time tomorrow. Good night.